Welcome, everybody. It's
The
Rotten
Rotten
Oddcast.
Oddcast.
I'm Famine.
I'm Professor Whiteheat.
For today's episode, we chose the comic book
Avengers Assemble.
Issue 5, and the introduction of Cap Snake. Written by Steve Orlando and art by Jose Luis Soares Pinto. It's the Serpent Society versus the Avengers. Who will win? Read it and find out.
So that brings us to the topic, which is snakes. And how fitting, since it's the year of the snake as well.
Let's start it off with movies. Now, we're not going to discuss anything beyond 2000 with the exception of one, which we'll get to later. For now, let's start with The Cult of the Cobra from 1955, The Snake Woman from 1961, The Reptile from 1966, Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch from 1968, and Snake Woman's Curse from 1968 as well.
We also have The Devil Woman from 1970, The Snake People from 1971, Night of the Cobra Woman from 1972, Stanley from 1972, which...
No, not Stan Lee. Stanley.
Yes, and it does actually have snakes in it.
Yes.
And there's my personal favorite...
That's 7 S's total.
SSSSSSS from 1973, Fangs from 1974, Black Mamba, also from 1974, Black Cobra from 1976, Rattlers from 1976, and Jennifer from 1978, which does have snakes in it.
Yes.
This is our second track, Together Pangea, with Snake Dog.
So now let's get into the 80s. There was Venom from 1981, Jaws of Satan from 1981, Calamity of Snakes from 1982, Spasms from 1983, Copperhead from 1984, The Serpent Warriors from 1987, The Serpent and the Rainbow from 1988, Lair of the White Worm from 1988, Ken Russell movie, one of my faves.
Mm-hmm.
Mamba from 1988, Curse 2, The Bite from 1989, and of course, Anaconda from 1997. Now let's get into our third song, which is the South Hill Experiment with
Snake at the Altar. How about some movie scenes with snakes in them, like the 5 Deadly Venoms from 1978?
Now, number 2, practice the snake style. He was known as the snake spirit. He had the speed of the snake. The snake style is known for its incredible agility. Agility and speed.
Moonraker from 1979. Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. Mystics in Bali from 1981. Deadly Blessings from 1981. And from 1996 is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Strolling in the night, so white, wondering why it's only after dark. In her eyes, a distant firelight burns bright, wondering why it's only after dawn. Feeling myself in you, feel the fever around you, falling through the floor.
Moving on, there is Conan the Barbarian from 1982. Conquest from 1983.
R.O.T.N non può perdonare chi sbaglia. Che il tuo supplizio sia almeno...
We also have Dreamscape from 1984.
I know something you're really afraid of.
Scary as fuck. We have my favorite scene, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 1985, when he has to save the snakes. Dragnet from 1987.
I found the snake! Hang in there, miss, I'm coming! What the hell goes on down there? Who are those two clowns?
Who are you?
Friday, Streetback, Los Angeles police officer. Where are you from, miss?
Anaheim.
Uh-huh. And her favorite color is blue. Jesus Christ, I'm about to be eaten here!
Some big guys grabbed me off the street last night.
Were you sexually assaulted?
No. Thank God. We needed a virgin.
You're still a virgin? My hat's off to you, ma'am. Hope you stay that way. Streetback, quick! Do something! It's constricted! Distract it!
Hard Ticket to Hawaii from 1987. Beetlejuice from 1988.
Why don't you just leave them alone? They didn't do anything to you.
Be realistic, although I will be getting.
We come for your daughter, Chuck. Yeah.
Of course.
Hard Target from 1993 with Jean-Claude Van Damme. The Craft from 1996.
Stop it. Stop it. No, wait, please. Stop it. Gotcha.
Night of the Demons 3 from 1997. And the one that I was talking about that's beyond the 90s, I had to save it and I had to put it in there because it's one of my favorite scenes. From Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald from 2018.
Over time, he will not be able to transform back.
Now let's get into our fourth song. This is Bone with Freak Snake.
Let's talk about comic book characters. There's the Serpent Society and their members, which include Anaconda,
Asp,
Black Mamba,
Black Racer.
Boomscan 6.
It's pronounced Boomslang.
That's what I meant.
Bushmaster,
Coach Whip,
Constrictor,
Copperhead,
Cottonmouth,
Death Adder,
Diamondback, who was a good guy and then became a bad guy,
right? Fer de Lance,
Garden Snake,
King Cobra,
Princess Python, who was from the Circus of Crime,
Puff Adder,
Rattler.
Rock Python, which we have a figure of.
Yeah. Did they release all the Super Societies?
No.
Only certain.
Only a few different ones, yeah.
Interesting.
Not a whole lot. Sidewinder,
Slither,
Tiger Snake,
which they introduced in the Avengers Assemble, as well as Titanoboa,
and Viper.
Madam Hydra herself. Now, there was Cobra from DC, who had his own series way back in the days, fought the JSA. There was Copperhead, who was a Batman villain that joined the Suicide Squad. There was Censor, aka Princess Projectora from the Legion of Superheroes. Water Snake, who was a new member of the New Warriors from Marvel. Snake Stalker from Minor Threats. Snake Men from Masters of the Universe, and their members like King Hiss, Ratlore, Tongue Lasher, Cobra Khan, my favorite, Squeeze, and Snakeface. But we can't forget Snake Mountain.
Right, had a big snake.
Yep.
Famine, have
Yes.
you ever heard of an evil terrorist organization called Cobra?
I have. One of my favorite organizations by far.
Absolutely. The leader of Cobra is Cobra
Cobra
Commander.
Commander.
Cobra Commander's favorite line to say was "Retreat." That's what
I
he
love
was
that.
famous for saying. And
What
then
about Serpentor,
Yes.
whose famous line is, "This I command."
that is correct. Snake Eyes, which really has nothing to do with Cobra at all, because he's
But
a Joe. But
his
he
name
was
was Snake Eye.
But his name
Yeah.
is Snake Eyes.
Yeah, why did they do Cobra and Snake Eyes?
I
But
don't
Snake
know.
Eyes was the good guy.
I have no idea. But here's
That's OG Snake Eyes too.
that is from the cartoon. That is a cartoon version of Snake Eyes.
My
right
favorite
there.
version of Snake Eyes is with the wolf. What was the wolf's name?
Timber.
Timber, that's right. Yeah, that was my favorite. Or no, I take that back. My favorite version of Snake Eyes is fucking Boy George Snake Eyes.
Yeah, it is the best.
By far.
They haven't made a figure of that. What's going on? What are they
What
doing?
the hell? And Shipwreck was like what was Shipwreck?
Shipwreck was just a cool new wave dude.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had like a peak. Oh, he was a saxophone
And he had a
player.
saxophone.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the best episode of.
Yes.
Oh, Cold Slither. was
Cold
one of the
Slither
best
was
episodes
very
of
good
G.I.
as
Joe.
well. We're Cold Slither and we're playing our tune, A Band of Vipers, coming real soon. And you know what? If you think about all the different Vipers in G.I. Joe, there's a lot
There
to
is.
mention. I would say that there's more different Viper specialties than there are members of Serpent Society.
I agree.
But I'm not going to list them all right now. I'm just
But you
gonna,
know what you should list? One of the coolest Mighty Morphin Power Ranger villains.
I don't know if I'd go so far as say coolest, but definitely worth mentioning of this specific theme.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
What was his name?
His name is Snizzard, because he's
Snizzard.
not quite a lizard, but
He's
and
a snake. Well,
but
his
he's a
body's
snake,
like compiled of
so
snakes
he's
twisted.
a Snizzard.
He's a snizzard.
Sounds
Sounds like a drink that you get that has alcohol and energy drink in it together.
yeah, dude, a Snizzard.
It's like sipping on some snizzard. Something like that, right?
No, it's got a cough syrup in it. That's what Snizzard.
That's exactly what it is. It's got snake venom in it.
It's
Dude.
snake venom and cough syrup is a Snizzard.
Shit. Don't drink too much, you might die.
You know who won't die? Because I'm in a battle, because I'm a beast. Because
Fucking-
my name is Triple Threat, and Triple Threat is one of the coolest battle beasts
I
because he's
agree.
got
Hands are
snakes and his head is a snake.
Yeah.
He could hang out with King Hiss from Masters of the Universe.
Of course, they
Yeah.
were the same. One
They're
and the
very
same.
similar fellas.
Yep.
Snake bait. There's two versions of snake bait. He's a Mad Ball.
Right.
The original Mad Ball, it was like a bunch of snakes.
Medusa.
Yeah, it looked like Medusa. But the later incarnation of Mad Balls, it was just a face getting eaten by a snake. And both
Amazing.
are really cool.
Yeah. Almost as cool as one of the
Snake.
greatest villains in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Not villains, but
One
like
of
a
the
bully.
No, he was a villain. He was
a
a
villain.
he was
He
a criminal.
thief. Yeah,
He was
he'd
a
always take
he was a
TVs and stuff like that.
I think the first time you ever see Snake, you correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he's like robbing the Quickie Mart.
Yes.
But like his character has come back.
Doesn't he have a snake tattoo
He's
on
got
his
a
arm?
big snake tattoo. Yeah,
That's why he's called Snake.
Yeah. Anyhow, there's Snake from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yep.
He's one of the. He's part of the gang.
Gangrene.
The gangrene.
Yep.
Yeah. Gangrene.
Say
gang.
that 3 times
The
7.
gangrene gang.
Yes.
Anyways.
Not as silly as...
Cobra Queen from
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid. Yeah.
All right, let's get into anime characters. There was Orochimaru as well as Kabuto from Naruto, Mitsuki from Boruto, Medusa from Soul Eater, Obani Igoru from Demon Slayer, Boa Hancock the Snake Princess from One Piece.
Big fan.
Yeah, I love One Piece. Mia from Monster Masumi, and then all the snakes from Kimono Friends, which was African Rock Python, Amazon Tree Boa, Black Mamba, Boomslang, not Boomscan 6.
Boomscan 6 sounds way cooler.
Maybe let's start a band.
Boomscan 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be a new wave band.
Yeah,
Sounds very-
obviously.
yeah. Boomscan 6. There is Byakura, Coastal Taipan, Emerald Tree Boa, European Rat Snake, King Cobra, Okinawan Habu, and Sochinoko. There's also my favorite, which I saved for the end, which was Binusatu from Ninja Scroll. She was the girl with the snake tattoos that would come alive.
I remember.
And she had one that came out of her vagina.
It's gnarly.
It's amazing.
Last but not least, we have video game characters. There's Snake Man from Mega Man 3.
You can't go wrong with Mega Man characters.
No, there's
a
something
character from everything.
Anything you can imagine, there was a man
a
that fought Mega Man.
robotic counterpart.
We also have Solid Snake.
Classic.
From Metal Gear Solid.
Hide in a box.
Besides video games, we can't forget Snake Plissken from Escape from New York.
Yep.
One of
Great characters.
One of the best moments in the history of Kurt Russell. Absolutely. And my personal favorite professional wrestler of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts.
He would put a bow on you.
He would
Not a feather boa.
He would
an
knock
actual
you
boa.
out. He would knock you out. Then he'd put the snake on you.
Yep.
And he'd bring the snake with him in a bag.
Yep. Just kind of like Stanley, the movie, right?
A little bit like
Yeah.
Stanley. Maybe he saw that movie. Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he
I don't
was
know. If
inspired.
I ever met Jake the Snake, I'd have to ask him
You know
about
what
Stanley.
I'm thinking? Because you were saying that Jake is your favorite. Coco Beware was my favorite. Did Coco and Jake the Snake ever fight?
They should have. That would have
Because
been
the
great.
boa would have taken out the parrot.
Dude, parrot versus snake would have been something else.
Either that or a Shaw Brothers movie.
Yeah. There you go.
They could have titled it Boomscan 6.
Boomscan 6.
That's what it was called.
Oh my God.
Alrighty.
Oh my Lord. So it's time to listen to our final song, which is Cellophane with Snake. Thanks again to Phat Collectables for letting us film here. Thanks to Squelch, aka Explode, for drawing our logo. And thanks for you for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you missed your favorite snake-themed movie or character.
See ya! if Wolverine's claws weren't claws, but they were 3 snakes that came out of his hand?
What if they were pool noodles instead? I don't know.
They were Oh my goodness.